The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Mr. Cedric Killings, would you please come forward, please? One of the personal asides I've had with both Cedric and Mike, no, I didn't play with them, but I did have the opportunity to officiate, which has been my passion for years, scrimmages that they've been involved with at Carson-Newman. Bad news was, because I was an alum, I could never call a game here, but again, a personal pleasure. From Cedric's plaque. Cedric was one of the most dominating defensive players ever to wear the orange and blue. The defensive lineman was named All-American 4 years in a row, 96, 97, 98, and 99, and played in 3 national championship games. The former NFL career included stints in San Francisco, Cleveland, Carolina, Minnesota, Washington, and Houston. Cedric, congratulations on your induction to the Hall of Fame, sir.
Man, I just want to say, again, thank you. It is an honor. It's definitely a privilege. Just want to, again, thank the people that, kind of made it possible. Once, first and foremost, I want to thank, our creator and just allowing me the opportunity, breath of life, to have a chance to go out there and to do something like this. I also want to thank my foundation and my wife, Siobhan Killings. She's back there. She's always been in support of. We went to high school together and kind of met up later down the road. But she's always been there, always been in my corner, and always supported me in every endeavor. I thank everybody here, coaches, the athletics, everybody that made this possible. So again, I'm just thankful for the opportunity. And also my brothers on the field, man, because without them, I don't achieve this, because they were the ones that kept you accountable, and just kept it in perspective, because I was pulling for those guys.
Well, you're a South Florida guy. You told me earlier in the week, what's the weather going to be like up in Jeff City, Mr. B? 50 is winter to us. Well, it's going to be 80 today, so you ought to be in good shape.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect Florida weather there. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on this end and been in the cold.
Grew up in South Florida, recruited out of South Florida. Tell us about your journey to Carson-Newman.
Man, I can remember starting that process. I was, sitting there at the table, you're trying to figure it out and make a decision, see which place is going to fit you best. And I remember back when Coach Sparks and Coach Wes Urey at the time, they came down, they made a trip down to Miami, Florida. And once I got a chance to sit down with those guys, I had some other options on the table. What they presented to me just seemed right. It seemed like they had more to offer me than just football. They offered me a different perspective on life and to be a better person, something that I hadn't had to experience as far as being in the inner city, growing up in Miami. This was going to be definitely something that looked like something that would be better for me and overall.
You had the good fortunes of playing 3 times for a national championship, NCAA National Championship. What made those teams tick during your 4 years at Carson-Newman?
It was the togetherness. It was the team. There was no individuals on that team. Everybody held each other accountable. And coming in, watching the program, down in Miami, football is competitive, but when I got here, I saw these guys, and I was like, I'm watching guys like Steve Mellon. It's like, okay, I got to fill this guy's shoes. I might be able to fit in them, but fill them out, I'm not so sure. But as you look around and you get around the guys, and I got here, you start to bond, you start to mold. You just get that feeling that, man, I'm doing it for these guys. We can do it together. I'm not alone in this, and as we work together as a team, we can achieve that common goal. And also, Mike playing around. I remember coming in with him. He was older. He was always somebody you looked up to. I watched that guy give everything out there on the field, in practice, and not just on the field, but even on the side, outside, in the dorm rooms, around everybody. Everybody pitched in to some degree. It wasn't not one guy that was on that team that wasn't available, that wasn't there to listen, that wasn't there to just share information of, hey man, pick yourself up, man, make sure you go to class, get the studies. So we all kind of held each other accountable, and that's, I think, what ultimately made us the team that we were.
In visiting with you earlier, you've expressed great appreciation about your education. You've just alluded to it. Any favorite professor or professors that held you accountable and got you through this place?
Oh man, there's quite a few that jump out in memory. There was in the whole, there's a great staff. From cafeteria, I just saw somebody out there that I remember, and it was like it was yesterday. It was just a great orientation of people. Some that stick out to me that I know helped me along the lines. There was Gladys Clay, was always on top, giving you that proverbial verbal slap across the head, when you need to get in there and get in the study hall and get the things done. Also, Susan Carr, I remember back then helping me out through some tough times and, helping me, figure out my studies and to get me on track. But one that I also remember that was just like family is Ray Dalton. I'm just very fond of him. Remember, he was always there to help and, kind of explain things where they weren't quite so clear. And he just took the time to make it understandable for me.
I guess in summary, is there one thing that you took away from Carson-Newman football that you carried forward to the NFL?
Yeah, thinking back, I remember sitting in the dorm room and waiting on that call. It was a potential that I was going to be drafted maybe in the late round. Well, the phone never rung. And I remember just driving down and just praying and asking, I just want an opportunity. I want an opportunity to see if I can compete with the best of the best. And you know what? Before then, because I would just always enjoy playing the game. And when I got here, they taught you how to believe, how to have that faith. I didn't grow up in a church background, but that was something that I learned. I learned about having that, developing a relationship and having that personal relationship. So just believing and having that faith to trust in that, you're not always in the driver's seat, and sometimes you just got to, you got to land in faith. You got to trust in, what you've been put here to do and see yourself through it. Times got tough, in the league and in preparation and looking up the depth chart where you're miles down, but there was always a belief that we'll get through it, that I'll get there. If it's meant to be, and I'm supposed to have that I'll get there. And that's not the end all, whether I do or I don't. But you just got to have that faith and press on.
I think we'd all say amen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Killens, Hall of Famer.
Thank you.